Hello and welcome to the Watering Hole. Thanks for checking out this clip. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that'll make the baby Jesus cry, and I know how much you guys love making the baby Jesus cry.
Hello.
Hello and welcome to our channel. My channel.
Why
This is my channel.
Why did we begin with that sound?
Because Fennec the Rabbit resubscribed for 22 months at tier 1.
That is fantastic. But why?
Because that's my notification sound.
I hate you.
I hate me too, Cirrus. I hate me too.
Well, I'm glad to know we're on the same page and on the same team.
Okay. Anyway, I'm some guy and that's some other guy over there, but that guy's dressed as a girl. No, Matt Powell, that does not mean he's trans.
Do we get to talk about the text messages?
Yes. Of course we get to talk about the text messages. That's story number 1, so don't talk about it yet.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's terrifying, but at the same
There's
time.
the hats. Thank you, Sean, for the hats.
Jeff Keith,
Okay.
thank you for resubscribing.
This fucking deerstalker hat is an extra large, but like even without my stupid fucking headphones, it like that is fucking tight. How big is my goddamn head? It can't be that big. I can't have an abnormally large head. I mean, I guess I could. Is this why I don't like hats in general? They're always uncomfortable because none of them are big enough for my massive fucking head.
I feel like something about being a YouTuber and having an inflated head is... The joke writes itself,
Yeah.
but I'm not here to write it.
I know, that's why I'm like, this can't be real. It can't be true that I, as a YouTuber, have a massive inflated fucking head. Because that's just... It's too on the nose. However, we do live in a timeline where the Onion regularly predicts the future, so too on the nose is just par for the course now. Oh, and I forget which one of y'all sent it. It might have been Progress Only. I think it was Progress Only. They sent like a link to like, hey, I think what you need to stop your mouse thumping from coming through the microphone is
The shock mount?
a shock mount.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, I know. And I not only do I know that, I actually have the exact shock mount he sent the link to, except when I bought it, it was being advertised for the Blue Yeti. It doesn't do shit. That particular one is a piece of trash. Like all the tightening, like the nuts and stuff that you use to tighten it are like made out of plastic, and in order to get it tight enough that it doesn't wiggle around, you have to basically break it. And it's just...
Have you considered duct tape?
I have considered duct tape. It's just garbage. That particular shock mount is garbage. I have looked for shock mounts for the Shure SM7B. That's the only one that anybody markets as being for it. And in theory, this microphone has an internal shock mount.
I don't think the words internal shock mount
don't
mean anything.
Yeah, every microphone says they have an internal shock mount. Don't apologize. Don't be sorry. I appreciate the thought. I just want to explain why when we get to the news story that you sent me, I wasn't ignoring that part of your email. Just 3D print your own version. It's not that simple. You need elastics too.
Yeah, but wait, hold on. All you need for that is a hair tie.
Shh. That's the type of elastic. I was trying to make it sound ridiculous at how easy that would be to do, but I haven't actually looked for a 3D printable shock mount. However, my 3D printer is occupied doing Halloween costume stuff for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I built a subfloor today.
I've done that before. Well, hold on. When you say you built a subfloor, are you meaning you bought like 3/4 inch plywood and then nailed it to your joists, or like?
I'm talking. I bought one of those insulated subfloor kit things with tongue and groove. So not so much built as shimmied it together.
I mean, even when you're building it, you're still shimmying it together. Like, that's the thing with subflooring is it's It's a big thing of plywood that you put on top of joists. At the end of the day, no matter how you make it, it's still gonna be that.
Well, this is directly on the concrete.
Wait, why do you have subfloor directly on the what?
Because the subfloor panels that I bought are designed to be directly on the concrete. You are supposed to just put them on the concrete. And they have like channels built in for any moisture to get out. And there's insulation in it. And something, I don't know. The guys who look like they know how to use a hammer said it's good.
I feel like if my floor was already concrete, then that's all you need at that point, right?
No. This is step 1 of moving my office out to the garage. I am not having my office have a concrete floor.
So I understand that want and that thought, but like my brain just immediately goes, yeah, just take like a pull-out rug and then put everything on the big pull-out rug, like one of those really thin rugs that's effectively apartment carpet.
Concrete is impossible to clean properly. Like no matter how thoroughly you sweep it, it's dusty immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that.
That's because it's a porous material.
Yeah, and I hate that. So
yeah, which is why you would put a rug over it.
Or in my case, put subfloor over it.
I'm glad we don't live in the same house.
Yeah, no. Anyway, that's just to explain why my body hurts. It wasn't a lot of work, but it was a lot more than I normally do.
I feel like your body hurts because you're old.
Yeah, so we got about halfway through it, and my father, who is much older than me, turned to me and was like, "Do you want to call it a day? I hear all the noises you're making over there." I was like, "What was that, old man?"
You're just like, "Man, I feel emasculated now."
It's like, no, now we have to finish it right now. But yeah, I hate the way my father uses his table saw. I could not convince him to do anything safety related with it. Like the closest I could get to getting him to do anything safely was like, I'm holding on to that other piece so that when the first piece goes flying, at least this piece doesn't go with it.
I mean, I recognize where you're coming from, but like I do know that when I was helping my friend Nick build the staircase, there was a point in time where we just needed like a bunch of blocks of wood cut at a basic shape and size. And so he would hand me a plank of wood. He's like, "Do you want me to get you like a small table or something?" And just like while the wood is sitting on my lap, I just took my saw and just cut it to size and put it in place. I'm just like, "Nah, I'm good. I can keep doing this over and over again." And he's just shaking his head because I know he's thinking, "Man, none of what you're doing is safe right now." But at the same time,
That sounds like the job for a miter saw, not a table saw.
yeah,
And
I don't know what the fuck a miter saw is.
I don't know what a miter saw is, and you built staircases? My God.
Yes.
Fennec says this is how people lose body parts, and that's why I was freaking out, because my dad was not doing any, like, he didn't, I got him a piece of wood to use as a foot to, like, push the thing through the table saw. He refused to use it. He just put his hands down there. I'm like, no, dude, those are fingers. They're not supposed to be near the spinny blade.
What's the handheld saw that's basically the exact same thing as a table saw?
That would be a circular saw. A miter saw is a circular saw that's like on an arm that you...
Yeah, circular saw is what I was using the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can just shove a battery in it and go. Feels great.
Yeah, no, but you know what else feels great? Having all your limbs for your entire life.
You're right. So far, doing pretty good on that part. Still got all my limbs.
So far.
Yeah,
it's always so far until it's no longer.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm doing great right now. It feels good.
I mean, if you lose a hand, at least you can just tell the Christians, I'm more righteous than you because I cut off my hand rather than let it cause me to sin and enter the, because it's better to enter the kingdom of heaven with one hand than to let your hand cause you to sin.
Or I could just say I'm a paladin of the Holy Order.
No,
And I got bit off by Fenrir.
Mine's more fun because it's one that Jesus said to actually do that Christians always ignore.
Mine's more fun because it's the beginning of like every bit of paladin lore in every bit of media.
Sure. Found a silicone butt plug ice cube tray at the bin store for $1.
And then you can do staging ice play.
Yeah. I mean, as we were cleaning out the garage, my partner found our missing bin of sex toys, so I also found sex toy related stuff.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fennec says, then you get the frosty farts. Do you want the frosty farts?
You've been a bad girl.
Renee Wojak, thank you for redeeming your points for an Owal. At least you're on the right side of history.
So I forgot to prepare this.
You forgot to prepare? We were just talking about staging.
No, well, I forgot that I was even... Yeah, what's going on? There we go. I don't have the video for this.
Oh, what are we not prepared for? What do we not have the
But
video
I think
for
I have
right
the
now?
audio. Wait, where is it? Where is it? There
I
it
am
is.
terrified of what you're about to pull up.
Okay, it is coming through. This is from a movie that I watched. This movie is from 1935. Old movies are weird, y'all.
A little freckle-faced kid that never could keep her stockings up? Mm-hmm. I can't believe it. I don't know whether to kiss you or spank you.
Don't you think I'm a little old to spank?
Yeah, so that
Okay.
was in context it's even weirder. No, that was not Reefer Madness. That was some Western from the 1930s. But in context, it's even weirder because like he just runs up to his. He's been out of town for 5 years. He comes back. He runs up to his former girlfriend who was with him when he was in town, and he starts talking to her as if nothing has ever changed. But then, surprise, surprise, she got married while he was gone. But that's okay, because he just immediately pivots to her younger sister who was standing right there. And he's like, aren't you going to introduce me to your friend? Oh, you don't know me already? I'm so-and-so. And then he's like, what? That little freckle-faced kid that could barely keep her stockings up? I don't know whether to kiss you or spank you. 'Cause you're old enough for me now.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is. It's creepy. And
I don't know whether...
That is the protagonist of the movie.
Well, so what are we bringing that up in context of?
Nothing. That just I came across it while I was doing not related to work stuff. That makes it sound like I was watching porn. It was not really porn that brought me to the 1930s Western.
Vic Evans, thank you for redeeming your points for an whoa. Thank you for diverting us from whatever the hell this was.
Okay, sure. When I heard that line, I was just like, I need to save this. It needs to be. I need to raise awareness of the weirdness of 1930s movies.
Oh my God. Katini.
Thank
you for resubscribing. Okay, that's not what I thought that was going to be. That's just resubscribing. That's fine.
You disappointed, Cirrus.
I'm not disappointed.
What movie? It was. I think it was called
scared.
Tumbling Tumbleweeds. Something like that. It's Gene Autry, better known for singing than for his movies, I think, because I had actually heard his name before. And I was like, oh, isn't he a singer? And it's like, oh, this is a semi-musical movie. Okay, that makes sense. Or we learned what kind of corn Rhino watches. I've been forthcoming with you guys about that. It's vanilla as fuck. Y'all are going to be disappointed. Like, if I ever accidentally show my porn on stream, y'all will be disappointed in me.
You might be disappointed in me as well. I don't know.
That's the thing, because like I I am open to things. I am curious about things. So like I will occasionally like click on something. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. And then I watch it. And I'm like, I didn't like that. So I don't watch it again. And I go back to my vanilla bullshit. Okay.
Also, Mionin Stankfoot, holy fucking shit. Thank you for the 10,000 bits that moved us well past a level 2 hype train. Also, that's enough to make me which I don't. Why do you guys make me do those when Rhino is here? That's what I'm forced to say it in a way that Piper's gonna record.
That's one of Piper's favorite parts of the job, I think.
Is that why Piper posted showing gay unicorn Gary to me over on Blue Sky as well?
Yes, wearing the uwu mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear, one day in the past, this might have been a bit, but now I feel like it's just genuine anger. I don't know when that metamorphosis happened for me,
but it has. Yeah, people in the YouTube chat are. I don't know. They're arguing about the whole like child until you're 25 thing. Talking about like the study that showed that the brain
when your brain stops maturing.
Like,
Here's the thing.
I wasn't talking about a study. I was talking about like my perception of people. If you're under 25, I perceive you as a child.
I perceive somebody who has had a lack of lived experiences as more childlike. But once you are 18, you are an adult. You are responsible for the things an adult would be responsible for. For instance, if a 16-year-old runs over somebody with a car, they legally are allowed to drive a car. I don't care that they're 16 anymore. I care that they ran over somebody with a car. That is the thing that matters here. Once you have accepted that mantle of responsibility at a certain age, you get the other things that come with that mantle of responsibility.
So Jess is saying, so at 28, am I a teen? No, because a teen is still a child. At 28, you're 28. But also, I briefly dated a 28-year-old before I ended up with my current partner. And yeah, the result of that experience was like, yeah, no, 28 is like the youngest I would be willing to go, because that was like, even that was like, there was such a difference there. It was like, yeah, no, we had some fun. It's not a relationship.
You want to be with somebody who's at the same stage as you are in life, who does not have to go through and learn those life lessons. You want somebody who you're not having to teach those things.
I do not understand the old man with young woman thing. I do not get it.
I think it's two things. It's one, power. It's not every situation is this way. Sometimes people naturally fall into those situations with those age gaps. Also, I want to say real quick again, Mion and Stankfoot, real quick, before I get into anything else, that was a really fucking generous donation. Thank you so much for dropping that many bits on the stream. But in those situations where you've got such a huge age gap, there's three scenarios that happen. Scenario one, it's somebody who really wants an amount of power. They like having a partner who can be infantilized to a degree because it is easier to control that partner. Scenario two, sometimes people just happen to find themselves in there. Like when you've got a coworker who just happens to be like a decade younger than you, but you feel like you click and you're attracted to them. That can happen. The other scenario, outside of that, outside of power, or you just happen to fall into that, is there are some people who, for some reason, their sexual preferences just do not age with them, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, as I've gotten older, I've gotten far more attracted to people who are in my age range, who I might not have found as attractive when I was, 15, 16, 17. For some people, I think that just doesn't happen for them, and then it can lead into that issue of power as well after that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't understand that. Like so I understand it from the physical perspective, but from the I actually want to have a relationship with my romantic partner. I just don't understand that.
Yeah, I can see that. Also, we finished a hype train at level 5. Jesus Christ. I know. I think there are some circumstances, like let's say you've got somebody who's got that age gap with you, but you have a lot of similar interests. You enjoy doing a lot of the same things, and you have a lot of lived experiences on the same keel. Like, this is not a person who's having to learn how to do basic adult things while you are, a 10-year established adult. Because, like, there's a difference between a 40-year-old and a 30-year-old versus a 30-year-old and a 20-year-old.
This is true, but I feel like that difference is going to get bigger as I get older. Like, I feel like that might be... Because I remember being a teenager being like, the age gap's not that big a deal. I'd date a 30-year-old woman.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, ooh, 30 might be a bit young for me.
Yeah, that's fair. I think for me, the age gap isn't as big a thing so long as it's a scenario 2 thing. Like, if it's these two people, they're co-workers, or they meet up at card shop or whatever, like third place they happen to be at, there's an attraction there, and then things build up naturally from there. I don't think I'm ever going to have a problem with that scenario happening, but there are people who seek out that first scenario a lot, where they want somebody a lot younger because it's somebody they can infantilize and somebody who they have a lot of power over. That's the kind of thing that freaks me out. And I know that that's something that, like, Republicans were fighting for in Tennessee when they were trying to get, like, arranged marriages to still be allowed to be on the book as a child marriage thing, as a special kind of marriage. Like, that shit freaks me out, because what does a 16-year-old and a 28-year-old have in common?
They can drive a car.
Yeah, so that's about it. That's about it. You may like the same video games, but, like, in terms of life experiences, y'all are way off from one another.
I actually got a little bit mad when one of the biggest Hollow Knight streamers,
Mm-hmm.
who had been streaming for years, in one of his fairly recent streams, talked about how he's getting out of high school now, and he might take a couple years off to just be a streamer before he does any college. I'm just like, what the fuck? It's like his voice sounds like it could be like I pegged him as like mid-20s, somewhere in there. Like, clearly young, but not that young. And I was like, oh my god, I feel so old now.
Terralyn, thank you for subscribing.
So
God
like
damn it, fucking Jet! Ooh, there you go. You got your thing.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Thank you for redeeming the hydrate. Conton 83. Oh, I think I did this offline before we went live, but YouTube has changed a bunch of shit about how their live streaming. I don't think any of it should really affect anything here, but something went wrong, and I blamed YouTube for it because they made changes, and when have their changes ever not made things go wrong? But one of, like, as I was reading the article on it, one of the things that it was doing was trying to, like, explain the importance of interacting with your audience while live streaming. Mm-hmm. And it was like, have you ever been at a concert with thousands of people holding up a sign, and then for a moment the singer makes eye contact with you and does a little nod or whatever? When you read someone's username out, that's just like that. Like,
I do not think that I am anywhere near that level of superstar, but okay,
so
sure, why not?
According to YouTube, I am like Bon Jovi, because if I say your name, Secular Storm Chaser 007, that makes you feel just as special as if you made eye contact with Bon Jovi at one of his concerts.
Yeah, Sean Helfin and Renee Wojak and Terralyn.
Holy
and
shit! Don't just give it out to anyone, Cirrus. Come on, keep your legs closed.
It's
you fucking
Naki
attention
says,
slut.
say my name, Cirrus. Oh, is that what you're into? Saying your name?
Oh my god,
Fucking
they're so
hell.
much older than me when it comes to writing this stuff, and that's corny as heck. Yeah, no, it was super corny. They didn't actually use Bon Jovi as an example. That was just me, because I'm old. I'm actually not old enough for Bon Jovi to have been the music of my childhood, but Bon Jovi's pretty solid, so...
Thank you for the hydrate, Tal.
Okay, this is confusing to my brain. The Ontario airport in SoCal was shut down from 12 to 5 p.m. for a couple days. Yeah, so being someone who lives in Ontario but not Southern California, this always reads weird to me. I am aware that there is an Ontario, California. I'm actually also aware of a bottled water company in the Caribbean that takes advantage of the fact that there's an Ontario, California, to bottle their water in Ontario, California, and then call it Niagara Falls water to trick people into thinking it's water from Niagara Falls. And then if you look to see where it's bottled, it's in Ontario, CA. It says Ontario, Canada, right? But also, like, anyone who's actually seen the falls up close, that's not an appealing brand for water. That is not water you want to drink.
No?
No.
I've never actually been, so I have no context.
Well, the falls stir up a bunch of protein foam from the... we have too many zebra mussels in Lake Erie.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of protein foam. And so the water at the base of the falls it's got the consistency of a pretty thick meringue from a lemon meringue pie.
Mm-hmm.
Just on top of it everywhere. It's
Delicious.
disgusting. It is disgusting. And then you hop on the Maid of the Mist boat and you tour out and get sprayed in the face with all the mist. It's clam poop. Sorry, mussels, not clams. But yeah. Anyway, that was a completely pointless diversion.
Not as pointless as the audio notification that my chat just got that the Zolgarub World Buff is dropping in 5 minutes for all those people who don't play World of Warcraft in my
Nice.
chat.
Nice.
You've been a bad little girl and
God
you're getting a
damn it.
vigorous spanking right now.
Nagi Bree says, "What is this World Buff thing?" I gotta let my cat in, but it's in World of Warcraft. If you kill one of the major end bosses, you can loot their head and you can turn their head in, and it will like inspire everybody in the city and give them a massive amount of stats for 2 hours. And guilds will take the previous kill in order to give themselves a bunch of stats for the next time that they go into a dungeon. So what you do is you have every guild that is going to be doing runs put all of their stuff up on a schedule so that players know when those stats are going to be given out to everyone, and everybody just makes themselves go to big cities when those buffs are going to go out, because it makes it easier to survive in hardcore, since if your character dies, it gets deleted.
Okay, well, go let your cat in. I have a button to replace all your audio while you're absent, so we can continue our conversation. Isn't that right, Cyrus?
Ooh. I had the opportunity to smother you in your sleep, and I didn't take it.
Correct.
Ooh.
Actually, no, he didn't have that opportunity because I happened to be sleeping with my partner and she would have kicked his ass. Like, brutally kicked his ass. She's a tough lady. $2,800 points from Uwu?
Ooh. Fucking ooh. Oh, wow, 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 wow,
No, that's not an
wow.
Uwu. That's an Owo. Okay. I don't know how to entertain you guys when Cyrus is gone. I'm sorry. I'm a bad host. Puddles? I don't know where she is right now. She's somewhere. But it ain't with me. And she does not like when I am streaming, so she stays away. She knows. She knows when I'm talking into the microphone and when I have my lights on that's streaming time. Respond to chat. Yeah, chat wasn't saying anything for a while. Chat was really quiet. Oh my god, one of my kids' friends has started... Okay, so I ranted a little while ago about how annoying it is that one of my kids has started saying bruh all the time. Fucking hate it.
Okay.
One of my kids' other friends has started, like, talking to chat just as part of their normal conversation. Like, they'll be saying something, then he'll just, like, do an aside, like, wow, that's wild, isn't it, chat? And it's just like, what the fuck are you doing, child? Stop. Don't. Get help.
Also, hi. It's me saying not those words that I would never say.
Hello.
Yeah.
That was also him. I did not push the button. He said that of his own volition.
I did not say that of my own volition. At all.
You're getting a vigorous spanking because you've been a bad girl.
You need to stop trying to rhythm with the tism.
So I've started watching Next Generation again.
Uh-huh.
I will probably not continue it because my partner's not into it, and I'd watch things with her. But she was away for the weekend, so I had some time to watch it.
Season 1 is hard.
Season 1 is hard. However, as I was watching it the whole time, I'm just like, oh my god, Data's autistic. Is that why he was my favorite character as a child?
He's not autistic, Rhino. He's fully functional.
He is fully functional. Oh, that episode is something else.
I am fully functional. Are you now? You can tell me less about that.
Well, he only said it in the one episode. Well, I mean, in that context, he only said it in the one episode.
Yeah, you're right. But that was the episode with his penis.
You didn't see his penis.
But you knew it was there!
It was just heavily implied. He's just a fancy vibrator, that's all.
He wishes to be powered down. Speaking of robots, I finally watched Alien for the first time.
And how'd you enjoy it?
Honestly, it was really good. It definitely felt like it was one step left of a B movie.
Which way is left in your brain? Like closer to A?
A little better.
Okay.
So
okay.
I do like B movies, but like you could tell that it was the idea behind a B movie slasher fic, but with a lot more artistic stuff jammed in. Because, you know, H.R. Geiger's drawings are fucking fantastic. And I finally learned why so many movies in the 80s and 90s and even 70s used that fucking smoke filter on everything. You know when you get into a scene and there's just like smoke everywhere in older movies and it's just no fucking reason why? Figured out why. It's because the sets were incomplete.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't do any post-processing or anything to those sets. So the easiest thing to do was just to do a layer of smoke.
Yeah.
So that you could not see imperfections in the set.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we were just talking about Star Trek Next Generation. You know what they did? They taped cardboard to a lot of the display screens or whatever on the set because they were reflecting the set lights.
Not surprised.
And it wasn't really visible on the low quality broadcast versions of the show, but when they did the HD upscaling for Netflix, for like the first year they were available on Netflix, you could just see the cardboard everywhere. And then they eventually like went in digitally, removed it or whatever, and made it look better. But I kind of wish they didn't. I feel I like that sort of thing. Especially in a show like fucking Star Trek from the 90s. Like, it's already, like, fucking campy as fuck.
It's campy and jank. It's okay for it to lean into it. So, after we finished Aliens 1, we also went to see Aliens 2 and 3. And, you know what? 2 definitely felt the same way that Terminator felt to me, where like Terminator 1 is an okay slasher fic, and then like the second movie is something completely different that's also fucking great.
So I just watched Terminator 1 for the first time the other day.
Yeah, it's just a slasher fic.
Yeah, it was okay. The main thing that stuck out to me, that like this might be because it was the last shot of the movie, but like I left that movie with a big feeling of, wait a minute, they couldn't afford the rights to a shot of mountains? Because like the last shot is her riding a motorcycle off into the mountains, but the mountains are a matte painting. But they're not even a good map painting. It is a shit map. It's like, I started laughing when I saw it. I'm just like, map paintings existed. That like, this was 1984. Star Wars had phenomenal map paintings. Hire that guy. What are you doing here? What is that? Or just take a picture of some actual fucking mountains. I don't know. It was bad.
I think you'll like 2, though.
Probably. When I get a chance to watch it, I'll watch it.
Like it definitely, like Aliens and Terminator 2 both did the exact same thing for me, where it's like, this is no longer a slasher film. This is something else, and what it is also enjoyable. By the time I got to Alien 3, I was told by everybody that I was going to hate it, and I didn't. I actually really ended up enjoying it. So I don't know where the hate for 3 is coming from.
3 was a low point for sure, but I don't know. I thought it was fun.
Like
that's where you get some of the most iconic imagery from Alien.
I didn't like how much of character dies off screen was done in that movie, but I mean, aside from that, I think as the characters die off screen was effectively done as a way to hide a murder mystery inside the movie. And I was actually A-okay with that, because the actual, like, if anybody doesn't know, the actual villain of that franchise is capitalism. Like, that's just what it is. The villain of that franchise is capitalism.
Is bad.
Once you get to 3, it is capitalism murdered a 12-year-old. Here's how. Like, that is the C plot mystery in that movie, and I was A-okay with that. I didn't like it at first, but when I finished the movie and saw what it was going for, I was like, yeah, no, I get it. That makes sense. That's a pretty natural evolution of this. I'm okay with this. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. That's Cirrus's hot take of the night, is that Alien 3 is the best one.
I didn't say it was the best one.
That's what you said. I heard it.